Hey guys, Dislitter Magic here, and a while back I watched a YouTube video explaining very thoroughly with a shocking amount of research why hot dogs come in packs of, what even is that meme? 8, I think it is, and then buns come in 10. I don't really buy like hot dogs at the grocery store. So clearly I got a lot out of that video, but they had like this whole thing about how pans are made in the 17th century, and my god. And then I thought, why the hell do Magic the Gathering sleeves come in packs of, and then just insert any illogical number here? Because they're not all consistent. I believe the most common is 50, at least for the common brands. Like, the number is 50. Well, since your deck legally has to be 60 in the most commonly played formats, why wouldn't there be 60? But then you go to like, okay, why would there be 60? Why shouldn't there be 75? Because you should have a 15 card sideboard. And then you think, well, what if you rip one, or one tears or whatever while you're shuffling? Oh, or one gets marked, like the corners get bent, which honestly, if your corners bend, get better sleeves. But like, a fingernail mark, a scratch, whatever. So now you need to replace it. Oh, you can't, and then you have to have like 5 cards in your sideboard eventually not sleeved. So then you think, okay, maybe put in like 5 spares. Go up to 80. You know what's funny? KMC, before they went straight down the toilet, if you haven't heard about that one, they dropped the quality. Well, I guess I should go in order. Allegedly, they sold their brand or their company to another company, and then they dropped the quality of their product. KMC sleeves are now absolute garbage. They're terrible. They rip. I mean, you shuffle them like literally like 10 times, riff shuffle, and you've ripped like 10 of them. It's absolute garbage. They are by far the worst sleeves I've ever seen in my entire life. And the funny thing was, they were the #1 best sleeves in my opinion. And what was even better, they came in packs of 80. 80 is the number, right? It's reasonable. Why shouldn't every single sleeve pack come in a pack of 80? I don't have a terribly good answer for this. I mean, I kind of do. I do think that they should, but the one excuse that I could come up with logically is pretty much like it does make sense under some circumstances. Now, the whole basis of it is basically, let's say it came in like packs of 30 or something, like something really weird and really small. Well, then buy 3. I mean, then you got 90. Or if you really just wanted to sleeve 60, you could buy 2. So then you have options, right? And options and modularity, I guess you could say, is exactly why I think that they come in smaller packs. Because think about this. What is the least amount of sleeves that you would possibly need? Now, sparing you already owning some of the sleeve, like a brand new purchase, under what circumstances would be the lowest amount? Well, that would be pre-release, and it would be 40 on the dot. So there you go. Let's use that as a starting point. Now, what are the odds that you might go to 41 or 42 and then the whole product is negated because you need 42? You just decided to run 42 cards in your deck. Or you wanted a right in between mana ratio and the math didn't add up, so you went with 41 cards to add a land. That is actually very, very, very common. That is something that you should do mathematically. Well, I mean, it should be avoided, obviously. You don't want to make your deck bigger, but I mean, the difference between 16 and 17 lands is the Grand Canyon in a 40-card deck. So if it's not working and you need another, like, 2/3 of a land, but you can't literally add it, there you go. Okay, so, and then, you're playing, like, 4 or 5 rounds at the pre-release, maybe 1 or 2 rip. I mean, that'd be weird because they're probably brand new. So you want to go a little bit above 40. What if a couple rip? Okay, what are we at? 50. And honestly, there's your answer. So the lowest amount of sleeves you would ever buy is 50. So if you just don't care because it's pre-release, it's sealed, you're going to unsleeve the deck immediately anyway. Who cares what the sleeves look like? And those are just your pre-release sleeves. Then you would want about 50. And I think that's why most of them come in packs of 50. Because if they only sold an 80 and you only needed the sleeves to do a pre-release, you would not buy their product. You would not buy the 80 pack because that's too many. Well, as a manufacturer of sleeves, you can only make your sleeves so good, so high quality based on your equipment, your method, and then, probably the better quality, the more expensive it is to make, so then your price is already going up. So the one thing in this battle of sleeve quality and individual, like, oh, they're 20 cents higher than us or lower, what do we do? It's a real tight market, obviously, and they're all very similarly priced. With it being that highly competitive in that many different brands, What's one thing you really don't want to do? Give people a different reason other than price and quality to not buy your sleeves. And by the way, the actual reason that hot dogs come in different amounts than buns is because you're not actually supposed to buy the buns at all. Those are just like a decoy. You're supposed to take all the hot dogs once you cook them, or, well, not really cook them, once you heat them up. You then put them on a plate like next to each other, and then pretend that like the ketchup and mustard are like twine and you're making a raft. So then you do like zigzag patterns, and ta-da, you've got a hot dog raft. And why would you need a bun? Who needs anything other than meat anyway? I watched that video a while ago. I mean, it was at least like 2 months ago, but I'm pretty sure that was the conclusion they came up with. So back to the packs. Okay, what if you just want to cover the whole spectrum? Because let's take something completely and utterly out of control when it comes to variety. Pringles. If you go to the store, Pringles are basically their own department. Like, forget the chips department or the snacks department. It's the Pringles aisle. I actually just Googled it, and according to a very unreliable website, there are 34 different Pringles flavors in America. I mean, 34 is a lot, but I feel like it's higher. Either way, what the hell? But they got their bases covered. What if you really wanted gluten-free Mexican-style restaurant tortilla Pringles? Or I think they made pretzel ones. Those are kind of weird. Oh, I want it to taste like this, but I don't want it to taste like this, so I need this with this in it. Well, there you go. They've catered to that customer. But grocery stores are rather large. A lot of people go through them every day. Not exactly the same scale as a local gaming store. So when someone like me, who runs like an actual, more of a walk-in card store, I do like 8 different things at my shop. When they put it in order, they're like, give us 5 of these, 8 of these, 2 of these, 5 of these, 4 of these, 3 of these. So now think about it. It's like, okay, we got Legion sleeves and they're really cool. We got 4 different artworks. Okay, cool. Done. Easy. Or, okay, we got KMCs. We got them in 5 colors. Let's get 10 packs of each color and we're done. That's the thing. You kind of want to be done because you've got to think of your entire inventory, and then instead of just what ran out, it's what is actually going to sell, because some of these products are brand new. So that's a little bit of a problem if they say, okay, now we've got red sleeves, red, green, blue, and whatever else. Let's just go with red, green, blue. Okay, so instead of 10 of each, now you need the 40 pack, the 50 pack, the 80 pack, and the 105 pack for Commander. At a certain point, I mean, you don't want to drop $5,000 on just sleeves. You got to buy other stuff, and the shelf space isn't there, and you don't want to do options overload on people. That's like a recently found out psychological thing where people will be less happy, probably, but less happy when they have like way too many options than when they just have like a lot of options. It's like overwhelming and stressful instead of, oh, look at all the options. It's tailored just to me. Yay. So yeah, I mean, you don't want to have 1 pack of 80, 1 pack of 50, 1 pack of 40, 1 pack of 105. Oh, and then multiply that by each color. Yikes. I mean, then you got red, green, blue, and maybe 2 others, and the black and white, and yeah, soon your entire store is dedicated to just sleeves. And then it's like, oh, well, the 60 card packs are going to sell better, or no, the 80 ones, I would think, would sell better than the 40s, except people can buy 2 40s, and then should we double up on that? And then you're into, like, permutations or something. Like, this is like advanced math, and all you want to do is just order some damn sleeves for your LGS. So that's why I think they just stuck to one. Everybody just picked one, and that's what they do. And that's that. Now, obviously, some of them came to different conclusions. Like I said, most sleeve packs that I've seen, I want to say Legion and Ultra Pro, I think those are the big 2 that come in 50 packs. So they're just like 50. If you want 100, put it in your Commander deck and hope one doesn't rip. If you got to buy 150 and you just assume they'll wear out and you're like, that's more than enough, okay. Then KMC was like, nah, 80, that's the correct number. People don't want to buy too much, and they're going to feel like they're getting more than everybody else, and also our prices are higher anyway because we're better sleeves. So that just helps justify the price. Okay, that's where we're going to be at. And I could have sworn I've seen one that's sold at 40, which is just weird because that's like not enough to safely run a pre-release unless you really don't think you're going to destroy a sleeve. Oh, or go to 41, or use your sideboard, or pre-sleeve your lands. Yeah, just bad product. But just think about it, the lower you get in the number, the more modular it is. You can just say, I want either 40, 80, or 120. And those are your options. And then you'll pick up a bunch at a time, and your LGS will feel great for making a multiple sale instead of a dumb little sale. Now, let's say they came in packs of 90. What are you going to do with that? Okay, 90. Okay, standard. Cool. Lots of spares, sideboard. Got it. Done. Commander doesn't quite get there. But now you got to buy 180. 180 seems a little much for Commander. Well, and who the heck would buy a 90 pack for pre-release? So you're giving people all kinds of different reasons and scenarios not to buy it. People do not want to feel like they're overbuying. That is just how it works. So I think in my theory that is why a lot of them sell in packs of 50. And I think 50 is about where you want to be because, like I said, 40 wouldn't be right. 50, okay, pre-release got it. And then if you want to build a standard deck with sideboard, you'd need 75, so buying 100 isn't completely unusual. That's like a reasonable amount of spares, and you could use some of the spare sleeves for, I don't know, sleeving stuff before it goes in your binder if you do that. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. That's at least my take on why they come in packs of 50. And of course why other people went slightly higher. It's a corporate decision. It's where they think they want to be for their price point, market research, all the stuff goes into it. And that's just what they came up with. And I think whether you put in 40, 50, 80, 100, whatever, you're probably right. Although 40 and 100 are provably wrong. That's a stupid amount. Sorry, Dragon Shield, you make no damn sense. 100 is not a proper amount for anything. That said, I haven't bought them in a while, but people told me that they usually give you like 103 or something like that in the box, which actually probably is a good amount for Commander. And you always sleeve your Commander in a different color so that you don't accidentally shuffle it in. Pro tip for you. So you only really need 99, so then you got like 4 spares. So, okay. But would you really buy them for Standard? Maybe. Would you go after one that's 80 instead? Yeah, probably. I mean, it comes down to sleeve quality, and that's all I care about. I could care less what number it comes in. So then there's me. But other than that, yeah, I mean, I think that certain choices made sense logically for certain vendors, I guess. So let me know the weirdest sleeve pack number that I didn't even mention in this video that you've seen. Like, was there one with like 67 sleeves? And not just like, I mean, on accident. I mean, like literally it was supposed to have 33 sleeves in it or just something super turbo random like that. Also, are you the type, and I have done this, who buys, 8 packs of the same color and style of sleeves and then just sleeve everything and you've got this massive homogeneous sleeve database or pool to pull from for every next deck that you build for like the next 2 years? Just FYI, that's an option. Some people do that. I did it with dark blue KMCs, so like 4 or 5 of my decks are dark blue, and it worked. When I ran out of spares, I didn't have to worry, oh, do I have enough red? Do I have enough purple? Do I have enough that? Oh, I'm short 1. Time to ditch 74 cards and re-sleeve it all. So yeah, very legit options. Very boring, and it's confusing if you get them mixed up, but it does work. By the way, we don't have any Desolator Magic custom sleeves yet because a lot of the ones that I can get custom are turbo low quality. No thanks. And teespring.com doesn't exactly sell Magic the Gathering card sleeves, but they do sell other things with sleeves, also known as shirts. You didn't come to this channel for the segues, and you know it. But down in the description, there is a link to my awesome Teespring store where we have, I was going to say 4, but I think it's up to 5 now different shirt designs. No, it's 4 in a mug. Yeah, the mug that about 10 bajillion people told me to make, I actually made it. It has nothing to do with Magic, but you got to check it out just for lols. Otherwise, we got shirts that reference table flipping. We got some pretty funny ones about, like, I haven't mulliganed since 1992, and the game was, of course, invented in 93. Also, when I stopped being so lazy, I wouldn't hold your breath. I'm going to make one that says table flipping champion, or like world champion or something like that. I haven't gotten the wording down yet. It's kind of dull, but it's kind of funny because, it's kind of like Dance Contest winner from Napoleon Dynamite, where it's just so plain, but so weird and random and stupid and clearly fake that, like, that is the joke. Like, if it was really well designed and stylish, that would ruin the joke because it's supposed to be like a really dumpy, like, oh, I won a really stupid competition that also, FYI, doesn't exist. Yeah, layers of humor, bro. Layers of humor. So check that out if you are so inclined, and I will see you guys next video.